What up, guys? Here's the perfect audio setting for making beats in FL Studio. Go to option, select audio setting. So in audio setting, you have to, we have here we have input and output. So you have to select the input that you want. The primary sound drive, we have the speaker USB audio. We also have the speaker high definition or the ASIO. If you have a audio interface, you can select it, or you can select ASIO, anyone that you want. But when you put it in none, there will be no sound. So I usually select FL Studio ASIO or primary sound card. So the next is the sample rate. The sample rate, we have 44100 Hz. So the higher the rate, the better the quality. But I prefer keeping it. I prepare you keeping it 444. If you are making beats, I recommend you to keep it at 4400. You don't need the higher rates unless you are not making beats. So now they have the auto close. The auto close. If you select the auto close, it will pause any audio from FL Studio while other application is open. Next, another one is the buffer. The buffer length is the amount of time you give your computer to process the audio and playback. So the lesser the time you give, let's say the lesser the time you give, the cracker and the pop you will hear. But if you give more time, the louder your FL Studio will feel. So it depends on what you want. So for me, I like, if I'm making beats, is better I stay around 11 or 15 amps. But for recording vocals, I keep the buffer length around 10 amps so that no latency will occur. So it depends on what you want. So here we have the priority. You make sure you are on the highest priority, because making beat is the highest. So, and next is to turn the save overload. You turn the save overload on to prevent FL Studio from freezing less, So the next thing you are going to do is playback tracking, which is this one. So, but this one, we have the normal, we have the high, we have the hybrid. So if you don't have enough this, so save overload, you have to click it and put it on. So, but you can select the one you want, but me, I prefer putting it highest. Now for the playback, back to the playback tracking, you can see we have the driver, the hybrid, and the mixer, but I prefer it to be in the mixer. If you don't have the mixer, you put it in. If you don't have the audio interface, you put it here. You put it in the mixer while you choose this. So now for the For this for the setting, just allow the CPU to be like take this my setting, don't touch anything. Now for the mixer, here I prefer 24 point sync. I prefer using 24 point sync, but if you can go higher, the best the quality. The higher you go, the best the quality, but I prefer keeping 24 point sync at default. Then you can route in the browser preview and the metronome preview to your MIDI, to your mixer. Sorry, if you want to be seen, if you want to be turning and turning up and turning down on your mixer. So those are the things you need to follow. Then comes to this area, you just need to keep this setting the way it is. Keep this setting the way it is, or you can decide to use 32-bit buffer depending on what you want. So that's it for this video. Share this video with friends if you get value, and follow us for more value. Thank you.